Hello and welcome to Your Average Fairy Tale, a one-player card game that I made as a game design final for my game design class at the University of Utah. First, I will go through the rules, and then I will play around, and then I will discuss my game design philosophy while making this game. The, this game uses 4 different types of cards, a couple different types of dice, and a counter of some sort. There is a PDF. There is also a mod for Tabletop Simulator. This is what I'm playing in. Both are definitely usable and play the same way. Tabletop is just a little bit easier to record. So, let's start with the story. Once upon a time, there was a sorcerer, you, and a lovely prince or princess who fell in love. Your lovely prince/princess came to live with you in your tower, and now both of you are facing a little bit of trouble. Some heroes believe you stole them away and are now on their way to rescue the prince or princess. Don't worry, I'm going to help you out to protect yourselves. First off, let's make sure you have everything. We do, so we got minion cards, rank 1 heroes, rank 2 heroes, rank 3 heroes. Then we got counter. We got some HP counters. We got some D8 hero dice. We got 2 different types of D6 hero and player dice. And then we got some D4s that are also some hero dice, but also some buff dice. Winning the game, defeat 1 hero of each rank. Losing the game, any hero kills all of your minions and makes it past 4-3. There are some actions you should know before we start, and these are activated by rolling the number associated with the action on the die. So there's damage, there's attack, which increases the amount of damage done by that hero or that minion. Heroes do lose 2 bonus attack when they ascend to the next floor. HP is them healing, and they can heal that many points of HP up to their max plus 2. So if a hero has 10 in max HP, they can heal up to 12. Die/die 2 pool. This increases the amount of dice that a side can roll on starting on their next turn until the end of the round. Gold, add more gold to your total gold, and remove buffs. Remove any bonus attack, HP over its max HP, or your extra dies on a hero. So, starting round 1. Alright. Hey, let's find out who's coming. Draw a rank 1 hero. You can look at the card. Now we need to hire some minions from the nearby inn. So we're actually going to start this. So first we are going to shuffle each of these, and we are going to draw our hero. We got the Talking Donkey. Talking Donkey is a pretty easy one. Alright, so now we need to hire some minions from the nearby inn. Shuffle all the minions and draw 6 minion cards and place them in the inn. So we just draw them over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these are the ones we can buy. So, we have a witch, a death fodder, a hyena, a minotaur, a witch, and a flying monkey. So, this is what we can choose from whenever a minion is hired. Someone else takes their place, so always have 6 minions in the inn at all times. Currently we have 6 gold. So we're going to just increase our counter to 6. You can choose any minions at the inn, but we can't spend more than that. How minions work, looking at the orc card pictured above, if you roll a 4 or 5, this orc can deal 1 damage to the hero. If you roll a 6, you deal 2 damage. Rolling 1, 2, or 3, the orc misses his shot. The hero dodged out of the way, and neither side was damaged. This is how all cards work. There are specific actions that happen on certain numbers, and in some numbers where nothing happens. Alright, so we're going to hire some real quick. Let's see. I'm going to just make things easy. We're going to hire the hyena, the death fodder, and the flying monkey. We got, I believe, yeah, another hyena, another flying monkey, and an angry tree. Now that we have hired all of our minions, we need to place them in the tower. We have 3 floors and limited space on each. Each floor has 3 spaces, but some minions need more room. So if they are currently taking up more space than available, you will have to move something to the next floor. But 2 things to remember. 1, death fodder don't take any spaces and always have to be first, so put them on the far left. And 2, heroes will hit minions from left to right, so place them accordingly. Are all your minions in place? Good, because the hero is here. So here's a little diagram. I was not able to actually create a board for this, but we're going to do that. And so we only got the 1 floor. We could technically place the flying monkey on a different one, or the hyena, but I'm not going to do that. Mostly the floors come into place on later levels. The hero starts on the first floor, and they go first. The rank 1 heroes rolls 2d4 dice. Now take the numbers he rolled and match them to the actions on the left. So 2 3s. So it's a little bit hard to see, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3. First action is completed, so 1 damage. Death fodder only has 1 HP. Oh, I forgot to minus 5 gold. So the death fodder goes into the discard. Come on, there we go. Now, remember, any actions that say HP mean that character gains that much HP back, healing damage, and they can go over their max, but only by 2. Let's see. Where is it? I know it's somewhere in here. Oh, here we go. So I'll just read this next part. Once you have completed all of the hero actions, it is now our turn. Roll 3d6s and do the same thing with your minions, but not every minion activates with every number, so keep that in mind as well. If you get doubles, both cannot activate it for the same minion or the hero. So if you roll 2 3s, you can't have your goblin attack twice, but if two different minions have the same number, you are fine. As well as if you roll different numbers, they can be put on the same minion. Once you have used all of your dice, then it's back to the hero's turn. If there are no more minions on the floor, the hero advances to the next floor. If he gets past floor 3, we're screwed. When heroes move up, they keep their current HP, and they lose 2 attack bonus if they had any. If the hero had any leftover actions, they lose them when they move to the next floor, and your minions get to go first. If the hero runs out of HP, then we move on to the next hero. So because he rolled 2 3s, he only does 1 damage. So we roll 3d6s. So I got a 1, 2, and a 5. So 2 can be used on the hyena. The 5 can be used on either. I'm going to just put it on the monkey, and the 1 does nothing. So we do a total of 3 HP. Donkey is dead. And these guys, these go to the discard. We defeated our first hero, good job, but we have more to do. So first draw a rank 2 hero and discard all remaining minions. They get to go home. We now have to hire more minions, but this time we have 12 gold, and whatever you had left over from last round. But don't worry about saving a lot of gold from one round to the next. We can't spend it next time if we are dead. After hiring more minions, place them in the tower like last time. After they are placed, start combat with the hero like you did for the first round, with the hero rolling first, then our minions. We do get another d6 for a total of 4 d6s, and the hero gets 3 d6s this time around. Just play it like last time, now with some more minions and a stronger hero to defeat. Oh, not that one. So this is the rank 2, and we got the sister. Alright. Sister can be a little bit annoying. So we gained 12, so we're now at 13. Let's go for some beefier dudes. So we're going to go for the Minotaur, which is 5. Honestly, let's move you over here. Let's now do the Angry Tree, which is 3. And let's do, let's do the Orc and a Flying Monkey. And we are broke. Alright, so now this time we definitely have to set up on 2 different floors because we got 2 2s and 2 1s. So I'm going to start, we're going to start with the Angry Tree and the Flying Monkey. And then we're going to do Minotaur and the Orc. So our discard's down here. Alright. So the sister arrives on floor 1. And rolls. We got doubles again, so activates ability 1 and 4. So she currently, next turn will do 1 more damage, but for right now, just deals 1 damage to the angry tree out of 5. And that's her turn. And now we are going to roll. Alright, 4, 4, 5, 3. Thankfully, both of both our flying monkey and our angry tree can both do something on 4s. Hello. My computer is wigging out a little bit. And the angry tree can also do something with a 3. None of our characters on floor 1 can do anything with a 5, so we can't do that. So we deal 2 damage, 1 damage for a total of 3, plus another 1, so that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she has taken 4 points of damage, and we have taken 1. So it is now her turn again. 2, 5, 4, or 2, 5, 6. So she heals 1. She deals 3 damage because of the buff, and then 2 damage for a total of 5. That is enough to kill our angry tree. Oh, did not mean to delete. And to move over here to the discard. You should be at 3, not 2. Went a little bit far back. There we go. Alright. But no damage on the flying monkey. Because overkill is, does not carry over. Which I believe is described in the example. Alright, so it is our turn again, and we just have the flying monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, technically all we can use is the 2 and the 4, but the 2 doesn't do anything because it's a 0 damage, and the 4 is 1 damage. So she's back at 4. Now if the flying monkey had gotten a buff, then that would have been 1, but he did not. So now it's the sister's turn again. 4, 4, 5. Move. All of that is, so that's a total of 5 points of damage. Kills the flying monkey. She loses her buff and moves on to the next floor. Oh, that's where those two went. Still with only 4 damage on her. It is now our turn. 2, 2, 4, 4. Well, we can use one of each of those. But that deals a total of 3 points of damage. She's at 4. So that actually kills. Meaning our minions get to get discarded. Good, and so does she. And so does the sister. Hero number 2 headed home with their tail between their legs. One more and then you guys are home free. Draw a hero from rank 3. Discard your remaining heroes and buy again. And then place, then fight. You gain 18 gold. You have 5d6s and the hero has 4d8s. 3, 4, 5. Wait, no. There are only 4. There we go. Good luck. Alright, so who's our villain? It is the Beast. The Beast, it can definitely be scary, because he just gets a ton of buffs. Alright. We do have 2 witches here, and witches do really well with each other. That would be 10, which would put us at 8. Yeah, I'm gonna get both of the witches. Goblin and an eel. We're gonna do an angry tree for 3. Another goblin. Let's see. Let's do... Let's actually do this goblin. We're gonna do a goblin. Oh, whoa. Goblin, an eel, and a death fodder. And that is all of our money. 4, 5, 6. So we don't get to use any of these troll, eel, wolf. But, you know, they're there. Alright. We are going to put death fodder on floor 2. We are going to put the witches on floor 1 because they do take 3 spaces, but they got a little bit of an extra thing where they can only share spaces with other witches. So, they don't actually count as a 3. We are going to do angry tree, goblin, and eel, you're the anchor. The beast gets through all of that, then you gotta take him out. Alright. So the beast goes first again. 6, 2, 8, 8. So 2 is a buff. 6 is 1 damage, 8 is 1 damage. So they do a total of 2 points of damage. Alright, my turn. Alrighty. So we got a 1. That's really good. We got a 2. Let's see. We're gonna put the 2 on you. We also got a 3. And a 4. 6 does not do anything for us. I am going to use this 1. Because I am going to buff those 2 and the witch. So, 2 points of damage from this one. This was already taken care of. 1 point of damage and another 2 points of damage. So 2, 1, 2 for a total of 5. Pretty good round. Beast only has 6 more HP. Alright, 1, 7, 4, 5. So this goes up to 2, and the rest of these are all damage. So let's see. This is 2 points of damage, so we're going to do that. I'm just putting them off to the side. Then this is 1 point of damage. And then this is 1 point of damage. So the witch is discarded. Those get deleted, and it is now our turn. And the beast is getting a little bit insane. Come on. There we go. Alright. 2, 4, 4, 6. Well, we did get all of our damaging, but we didn't get to buff one more time. So, we deal 3 points of damage and then 2 points of damage for another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the beast is holding on to a prayer. But I have seen some terrible luck in my time, and we could just still lose. 2, 4, 5. That's another buff, so he goes up to 3. Then 4 is 2 points of damage. 5 is another 2 points of damage for a total of 4. And the witch is dead. This goes down to 1. And the beast moves up. We get to roll first. Oh. Get that in there. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We definitely got some damage off, so the beast falls. Alright, you defeated your final hero. You can now live happily ever after with your significant other. That is the game. I'll do one more slightly quicker round, because I won't be going back and forth between the rules. And we'll see if we can get some of the other other characters. So let's quickly just reset. So we're gonna just delete those. We're gonna delete those. Actually, wait a sec. We're gonna just load. We're gonna just reload. There we go. So we start with 3 and 2 and 6. Alright. Wait a sec. I don't think I shuffled. Actually, I'm pretty sure and certain that I didn't shuffle before pulling out those 6. Here we go. Alright. Let's get a different one. The Bard. Here we go. Minotaur, Orc, Flying Monkey, Witch, Death Fodder. Very similar opening. There we go. Put it in my hand, please. also going to grab the flying monkey. Another death fodder. And a goblin. Four and 5. Guess we'll go with this one. And we are pretty much... Actually, we're going to be doing reverse order of what we bought them. Actually, no. I want the orc out front. Alright, still only one floor. It's pretty usual for the first hero. Alright, we roll. 2 and 2. So, actually goes up to 4 HP. What, actually? Alright, and we're back. I just grabbed a D12 for health, which is usually how you do it when you're playing at physical. But because I was playing with Tabletop Sim, I thought the HP would just be slightly easier. But that means no damage. Alright. 1, 5, and 6. Ooh, we're actually going to activate the Death Fodder. This one does nothing, and we deal 1 point of damage. So we actually get a bonus die for the rest of this round. That's what Death Fodder does, if they actually survive. 1 and 3. Death Fodder is booted out. And they get a buff. Oh well, Death Fodder did their job. Let's see, 6, 4, 1 still doesn't do anything, and neither does the second 6. So that is a total of 3 points of damage, but that is enough to kill the bard. Now we would normally go back down to 3, but because the next round we go up to 4 anyways, we're just going to keep it. The half dozen dwarves is who we're facing next. Come on. There we go. And we go up to 12. We're missing a card. Hyena. That doesn't exactly help. We're gonna buy the Minotaur. Another Death Fodder. We're gonna do another Flying Monkey. That's 1 floor. 2, 2. You know what? Let's just buy a troll. Let's do Minotaur, Flying Monkey, and then Troll for Anchor. With the hero's dice. And they go first. 5, 4, 4. So 2 damage and 2 damage for a total of 4 points of damage on the Minotaur. Almost dead, but didn't quite die. And now our turn. 2, 3, 4, 4. Ooh, 4 is nice. We get a buff. This 4 doesn't do anything. 3 doesn't do anything. 2 does 2 points of damage, so down to 5. Not gonna lie, not an amazing turn. 1, 4, 6. So let's first just take care of the 6. We're going to do the 4 first, because you get to choose. Which means flying monkeys take 1 point of damage. Alright. 6, 6, 4, 5. Okay. So this increases to 2 for next turn, and we do a total of 3 damage. So if we live, great, but we probably are not going to. 1, 2, 6. Goes up by another HP, and does another 2 points of damage, which does defeat our flying monkeys. But we got Troll with the Anchor. 1, 3, 2, 5. 1 doesn't do anything, 2 doesn't do anything. 3 gets us a buff, and 5 deals 1 point of damage. They heal again and deal 2 points of damage. Not exactly doing super well, but you know, maybe we can make miracles happen. Alright. So, one of the 5s is good, the other is not, the 4 is not, the 2 is not. Not great. But, that does knock him down to 2. Alright. Let's see, that's 1 damage. I think I'm dead. The 4 is another 2 points of damage. And the 2 is 1 point of damage. That's 6. I'm dead. So, the first round did definitely look like a bit of a landslide, which it kind of was. But you also see that sometimes luck is just not in your favor, and you just lose. I have seen some really awful luck in the past, to the point where I know someone who missed, I think it was 12 50-50 rolls in a row. So yeah, it can get really bad at sometimes. So Ooh, going through my thought process and the development of this game. So I developed this game over the course of about 3 months, because this was just a one semester class, but we didn't start it until probably about 1 month into the class, so I probably only had about 3 months to develop this. Um, the the first thing that came to me was the story. And because I was a solo dev on this, I knew it had to be small on the scope, and we were required to make it one player. So, I thought of the story and went, this could be fun, and started thinking about the different rules, and came up with this uh, kind of tower defense like game. Um, I want it was always 3 rounds of varying strength of heroes. It was that hasn't changed. Um, the minions only triggering on certain things, also on certain numbers, also never changed, because it's a numbers versus more consistency and power. Um, then uh, so a lot there was quite a bit of stuff that did change throughout development. One was uh, in the first few playthroughs, and this was something that changed very quickly. You did not discard your minions. You hired them, they were there for the whole game. Unless they were killed and then they were discarded. But this led to very bloated end games, and just like just didn't feel as fun. Did not, and kind of took away from the simplicity and the uh, kind of fun of hiring a new team that we found with the with every round. So and also meant that you just had less minions. You would only hire like 6 or 10 minions uh, rather than I think closer to the 15 to 20 that you usually get. There are 31 minions, and there are 5 tier 3, 6 tier 2, and 6 tier 1s. Granted, one of the tier 2s is not exactly, yeah, this one, a normal tier 2, and that is the fairy. A lot of these was just making fun of fairy tales, and it's like, how do I kind of spoof it? So a lot of this was very much uh, satire of fairy tales, and especially Disney. The fairy is doing both sides uh, of the fairy lore. So it can either be the fairy godmother, or it can be well, I guess it could be the fairy godmother on both sides, or just devilish trickster. However you want to see it. But basically, instead of actually fighting the fairy, you roll 1d6. I got a 4, which means I gained 3 gold, but I have to draw another hero. You always have to draw another hero, but it can either help the next hero or it can help you. Then a lot of them was, so there was a lot of stereotypes and kind of making fun of fairy tales. If you can't tell what they're supposed to be, not sure what to tell you. And definitely separated them into what is like the heroes in uh, every fairy tale. So there's pretty much something for most of the major fairy tales. Um, some are a little bit more, oh geez, what's the word? Obscure. Like the childhood friend is from the original Ice Queen, where the sister comes from, is slightly making fun of the Frozen and stuff along those lines. And a lot of the minions were also like, what are your titular villains? So you got the Death Fodder, the stuff, like literally just something to take a hit, just doesn't even have a weapon. You got your goblins, you got your witches. There are 3 witches, which is also a reference. You got trolls. There's 2 different eels. There's flying monkeys. There's hyenas. There's a dark knight, a wolf, a well-dressed fox. So yeah, definitely just making fun of. There is a dragon, of a bunch of fairy tales. One of the things that did change was your gold. Originally, it was only +6, but that was when you weren't discarding your hand, and as soon as you discard it, I went, okay, we need to increase the amount you're getting, so instead I'm going to just do 6, add 6 to what you would have gotten, so 6, 12, 18. I think that was me just kind of randomly throwing out numbers, and it just felt good. Pretty much all of the minions, like I don't think I really updated any of the minions. Most of them felt pretty decent, and even the ones that didn't feel amazing, like they definitely had their reason for existence. For example, the well-dressed fox is one that I personally am not a fan of playing with, but it is one of those that could be very helpful by getting you more money. It's not a terrible card, but it's one of those where it's basically the same as a hyena. There's just one of them, so they don't pop up as often, and in my experience don't do as much. I did do just some, let's see, somewhere in here. Oh, here we go. There are a few special rules. And mostly it's just 2. And one has to deal with the triplets. And both of these are rank 1 heroes, so the triplets and the talking donkey. The triplets, when they roll a 4, they deal 1 damage plus how much HP they currently have. Basically, if I find their card real quick. Oh, come on, game. The idea is, that's not what I was wanting. Oh well. Triplets are right on top though. They have 3 HP, so they are dealing damage. Each one is dealing an extra damage, so that's why. And then the talking donkey. This was another joke, but a lot of people enjoyed it, so I made it an actual rule. if you buy the dragon, you just win the round. They leave together and have their own happily ever after, move on to the next round, and hero two, number 2. It's one of those, it's both funny and interesting because you're taking a one-of-a-kind card that is very powerful and you're kind of wasting it on round 1. Let's see, where is the dragon? I know the dragon's somewhere in here. Here's the dragon. So, 6 HP. It does take all of your money from round 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. So, and 2 spaces. So the dragon can deal a bunch of damage, can take a lot of hits, and stuff like that. Can be pretty powerful. But you have a guaranteed round 1. Though round 1 is not all that difficult, and I haven't really seen that many people lose to it, it is one of those where it's like, I'd rather just skip to the more enjoyable parts. It's a fun, kind of goofy rule. Oh, that it makes for some interesting player interactions. Yeah, it was one of those, a lot of these numbers, I am trying to remember because it was quite a while ago, but a lot of these things were just me kind of throwing out numbers and seeing if it worked, and most of them did, so I didn't have to change much, like the amount of gold you got per round, the number of HP and damage things can do, the number of actions a character has. It was one of those where I was mostly just using my knowledge of making very bad board games as a kid and taking all that I learned from that and all that I had learned from both my game design class as well as just other design classes and seminars that I went to beforehand, putting it all together and creating a decently balanced game. As you can see, there's both, it's pretty easy to win or lose, whose matches are pretty quick and easy, and once you get through the first play, it's pretty, or at least I believe, and I've seen others after they've played it, that it is pretty easy to catch on and just play again and again, especially with how quick the matches are. That's basically it. I did do a small expansion, mostly because I didn't have time for the final, but I wanted to beef out the cards a little bit, so there was a few cards that got added afterwards. Let's see, it was these 2 rank 1, and it was 1 rank 3 and like 2 rank 2s, not shuffle, spread. That doesn't, the childhood friend, the sword wielding cat, those were added slightly later, but still feel decently balanced. Did that get cut off? Or did I just forget to do them? I don't think so. The main one that was added was the wizard, and then there was some of the characters that were added as well. So flying monkey and minotaurs, as well as the wolf. were basically the main ones, and then I believe it was just a few different copies, like an extra orc and an extra goblin, if I remember correctly, and it might have been one of the witches. But yeah, that is your average fairy tale. Sorry for the long-winded explanation. Thank you so much for watching, and the PDF and Tabletop Simulator page will be in the description, as well as my portfolio website. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.